Hey, what's up, everybody? Ralph here. So today's topic, I want to talk about how to escape the 9-to-5 life. If you're someone that's tired of their job and you're trying to figure out how to get out of your situation, then this video should hopefully provide some insight on how to do it. All right, because it's like I said, for me, I was able to retire myself from the 9-to-5 job back in October of 2018. I haven't had to work a 9-to-5 job since. I've been working my businesses, and since then I've been trying to grow and build wealth. So if you're someone that's trying to figure out how to escape the 9-to-5 life, hopefully this video can provide some insight. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions after the video, make sure to leave a comment down below. All right, so the first thing you want to do is, if you want to escape the 9-to-5 life, is calculate your expenses. All right, you need to know, in order to understand how to get out the right ways, you want to make sure that you have a picture of what you're spending money on. You need to know where your money's going. All right, because once you figure out this number, then you can figure out how much you need to make in order to leave the 9-to-5 life, 9-to-5 life. Because obviously bills need to be paid. If you're someone that has a mortgage or you're renting, or whatever expenses that you have, you need to make sure that these bills are paid. So the first thing you want to do is obviously create a budget. So you need to make sure you write down everything that you're paying for, and have a clear vision of what your expenses look like. So you want to make sure you can identify it, so you can understand where things are going. All right. So obviously the first thing is calculate your monthly expenses. Now, after you do that, the second thing you want to do is reduce any unnecessary expenses. All right. After you created that budget and you've written down everything, where your money's going, everything you're spending money on, you need to take out all the unnecessary expenses. If you have subscriptions that you don't use, even if you're someone, if you want to be more drastic, like for myself, like I sold my condo and I moved back on my parents, so that saved me, $1,000 in mortgage payments. So, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Obviously, that's up to you. But you have to understand that once you get an idea of what your expenses are, you need to understand all the things that you don't need. All right, because the lower your expenses are, the easier it is for you to get out that rat race. Okay, so make sure write down what your expenses are, and then after that, remove any unnecessary expenses. Get rid of it. Anything you don't need, because we have a lot of people have a tendency to just have a lot of things that they don't need, and they're just making monthly payments. Even people that don't go to gym, but they're paying $26-$30 a month on their gym membership. Although I would recommend get your butt in the gym, because you got to live a healthy lifestyle. All right. So the third thing you want to do is, once you've reduced your expenses, you want to start acquiring assets. All right. You want to start acquiring assets that's going to create passive income. So those things would be like starting a business. All right, starting a business, investing in real estate, and investing in stocks. I consider these the 3 pillars of wealth. I've created a video if you want to check it out. But these are considered the 3 pillars of building wealth. All right, these 3 things: a business, investing in real estate, investing in stocks, help you build wealth over time. All right, so if you're looking to try to get out the rat race, then you need to figure out how to replace your income with your job, and then and bring in assets that create passive income. All right, because right now, obviously, in order to pay those expenses, you got to work your job, your 9-to-5 job. But now, if you can create assets, if you can acquire assets like real estate, stocks, and starting a business, they can create income for you. Okay, and they can start to pay your expenses for you. All right, so that, because sometimes I like to mention the board game Cash Flow 101, where once you acquire enough assets and it equals the amount of your expenses, then you're officially out the rat race. All right, because that's how you get out the rat race. When you no longer have to work a 9-to-5 job, because you acquired so many assets that they're now paying for your expenses. So that's the third thing you want to do, is acquire assets like real estate, starting a business, or investing in stocks that can equal or exceed your monthly expenses. Once you do that, boom, you're out your rat race. Now, to make sure you maintain that, the fourth thing, you want to diversify your assets. All right, you don't want to just only invest in real estate, because there's things that in economics where there's a crash and then all your money is in the real estate. So if that crash happens, then all the money that you're making, boom, goes down with your assets, and then boom, you're right back in a 9-to-5 job. All right, so like I said, you want to diversify your income. Like if you want to start multiple businesses, just in case one business fails, you still have the other one. Or you have multiple properties. One property fails, you have all the other properties. Stocks. You want to diversify your income where you have multiple streams of income coming in. So just in case one stream of income fails, you have other streams of income that supplement you, making sure that you stay out of that rat race. All right, so you want to make sure you diversify. You don't want to just stick your money, all your resources in one asset. You want to make sure you diversify that as much as you can, starting multiple businesses, investing in multiple real estate properties, and just making sure that you have, I think the main thing is making sure you have multiple streams of income. That's the most important thing. Obviously, start with one and build off into others. Okay, so that's the fourth thing. And if you wanna learn how to do this, I think I would recommend everyone get the game Cash Flow 101. It's a board game that I consider is like Monopoly on steroids. It teaches you how to acquire assets and reduce your expenses to make sure that you're not spending more than you make. Because I think people now, we have a tendency to do that, which is why at the end of the month people don't have any money left over. So I would recommend you get it. Here it goes, the Cash Flow 101 game. I usually recommend this to everybody. This board game changed my life. Right? It helped me. It gave me a clear picture of how to manage money, which is very important if you're trying to build wealth. All right, you can't be spending money. You got to save money. You got to invest it. You got to spend it wisely. So, if you're trying to figure out how to get out that 9-to-5 life, and you want to play a game which is fun and educational, I would definitely get that board game. I'm pretty sure, like everybody all the friends that I had played that game, it really opened their eyes on how to manage money. So they all enjoyed it. And I haven't had one person that said that didn't have a good time playing that game. And it was necessary. They all said that it was necessary. I wish I had this game, early in my life, because it's a great tool in how to build wealth. So that's pretty much it. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Hope you enjoyed it, and you have a good one. All right, take care. Later.